Shayna?
taking this survey?
Yeah.
Everybody,
Okay,
right?
what if they
yeah.
don't even know what Leadership Clark County is?
Well, so I'm assuming that, when I say everybody, remember our process is that the chamber director that runs the program identified stakeholders,
Okay,
and that's who's getting it.
okay.
So stakeholders means that they've got some reason that they're involved or want to see this program go.
Okay.
Or it could be, though, that they're also potential participants
Okay.
or current participants. But in her mind, that would be a stakeholder. So you're right, we do have to kind of go back up and say Leadership Winchester Clark County does this, but we're assuming that they do know enough, that have enough interest that they know what this is, that they'll take the survey. Jacob, I'm with you. That to me still is really broad. What's the purpose of the leadership program? It's not a bad question, though, because I mean, it really does make you think, oh, what is it? But at the same time, well, it's an interesting question. The other thing that we can do with this is say, what do you believe the purpose of the leadership program should be? A, to increase chamber membership. B, to build skills. C, to network people and, rate them or rate them by priority. We can do that.
I don't know if it needs to be reworded because right now it's asking them what is it currently and we want to know what they want. So the way it's worded right now, they're going to tell you what it does right now.
Right.
So I just think it needs to be reworded.
You're right. So the way it is written right now, it's like what is a reflection of why is the leadership program the way it is, as opposed to a question of what would you like to see from, or what kind of future-oriented directing. So what if you move this to question number 1? Do you believe it is important? Why or why not? What do you believe the purpose of the leadership program should be? What do you think of that?
I like it better.
Let me propose it, and then we can vote on it. Where'd my mouse go? How do you feel about that? Show me hands. Or, okay, good. Good. Is that a question hand or is that a vote?
This is a question hand. So this,
It looked like a question hand.
Hard to bring this up, but I feel like that could very much like take the survey into another area. I don't know if I guess I'm more confused as to why they call it a leadership program when no one is learning any actual leadership skills. And is the purpose of our class right now to change it into a leadership program where they're learning skills like facilitation and group conflict management, things like that? Or are we still just gonna let's talk about different leaders in our community?
So this is like a key learning point for us, right? Okay. We know that PIG and the texts say that leadership programs should, it's a dangerous word when you're in education because it's not just, it's saying they should create more civically engaged communities for the well-being of the world, right? So are we going to tell them what they should do? Or are we going to ask them what they want out of their program? And then based on what their goals are, for the reason that they are investing in the program in the first place, that we align resources to help them reach their goals and measure their goals. Or should we tell them what they should be doing? And so the way I'm approaching this is that it's really not mine to tell them what they should do, but we can ask them what they want out of their program. We can help facilitate them to get the outcomes that they're looking for, and say, in addition, if they're looking for more engagement, other projects, here are some
there and tell them. I thought that's what the whole thing was.
I can, well, I can, but
You can tell them all they want, but if that's not what they want, it's not gonna happen.
it,
They're
it
not gonna
goes
do it.
against the whole principles of community development. I mean, that's just it. You gotta figure out, so where are they at and what do they want out of this? And then how do we help them move forward or build the capacities that they see are most important? I mean, I can, yeah, I mean, I can prescribe stuff, but that's very much kind of a top-down leadership approach that we learned about in that first article, that it's all expert-driven. And do they own it? No. Do they have an investment in it? Probably not. If I tell them, you really need somebody that understands collective impact, and you need to get in here and teach collective impact, they're gonna say, we don't have anybody in our community that does that. Can you help us? Can you come? She's already said this. She said, can you do session 1? I said, yeah. Well, you're in for an hour. Can I have you in the afternoon? Would you do group building too? What about session 2? Could you do session 2? This isn't my leadership program, it's their leadership program. And it needs to build their capacity, not just having some outside expert come in and talk to them about it. So the survey is trying to get to them. What do you want out of this? What is it? What's important to you? And then we can help find resources or help try to make connections to help you improve your program. But I don't want to just go in and preach to them. I don't think that would be effective.
So then are they gonna do this survey every year with every class to find out what every class wants to do, or is this just like a one-time thing to kind of?
For us, this is the first shot deal. Yeah. So if, as a part of your leadership development curriculum packet, you develop a survey assessment tool to help each class kind of hone where it's going or what it wants to learn, and resources to do that, that is awesome. Actually, I was talking to somebody the other day about adult leadership versus pedagogy. Pedagogy is saying that it's basically a bunch of chicks, and I'm the mother bird, and open your mouth and regurgitate all this information into you, and then you're going to be all knowledgeable. And it's this process of thinking that all the knowledge is top down and expert driven. Versus adult leadership says, you know what? I think you've got some skills, experiences, background, perspectives, and access to information that I don't have. And for us to create the best, most meaningful, relevant solution, I need to learn from you, you need to learn from me, and together we'll kind of piece this together and create something that makes sense. And that's what I think this needs to be. But that's what we're trying to do, is ask some questions that can elicit them to say, you know, for me to invest in this leadership program, what I'd really like to see is this. And if it represents what our book says, awesome. If it doesn't, then I think we try to say, here's some suggestions of program resources to help you make your program what you want it to be. And we have some maybe resources of what other programs we can also. So.
I think how you worded that was a good question. Like, to ask them was like, I don't forget it right now. You said like, oh, what would it take for you to invest, or for you to invest in this, what would you like to see changed? Or that might get them to tell us some of their goals, or what they think is important to change or leave the same.
Yeah, I don't know what I said. That's a challenge, is I never know what I did. So this is kind of going from not just should be, well, so we voted, we like those, but is this another question, Jacob?
Oh, not just, whenever you said it, just, if I was them, that would be easy for me to answer you.
Okay.
Yeah.
On them, when we were trying to figure out what they expected from participants after the program.
Yeah, are those together or not?
I don't think they were.
me, that still needs polish. So welcome to the wonderful, difficult world of survey making, guys. What we ask, we know what we're asking, but you have to be able to frame it or phrase it in such a way that they not only understand what you're asking, but it leads to the kind of answer that you're really trying to elicit. Okay, so suggestions from the class. Do these questions so Dana, I'm sorry, did you say they do go together, did you think, or not?
I've been thinking, because on the third one, we were trying to figure out what they wanted from participants, or the outcomes would be. What outcomes they wanted to see from the program, what they wanted to get from it.
I'm not sure that's it, but do we have it here, guys? Or what would you do differently? They need to be polished. Are the core questions there?
How many questions are you trying to get out of these?
Yeah, so honestly, you get answer fatigue, right? I mean, you want to keep it as short as
Right.
possible. So, yeah, if you're seeing that one is redundant or that could be eliminated, tell me.
Is this the time when we are determining like the style of the question, like when we were talking about like the purpose of the leadership program, and instead of making it open-ended, we're going to do like maybe a scale type thing?
We sure could.
Is this the time that we're going to discuss that, or do we do that a little later?
Yeah, no, so the challenge is that we got like 5 minutes of class, and she needs this to be able to send it out. So, yeah, so just throw out your best ideas for this, because we're pushing a time frame where I might have to draft it and send it to her.
Mine is to limit as many open-ended questions as possible, because if it's a majority of open-ended, there's not going to be a lot of, like from the example feedback we got, there's not going to be a lot of,
It's just gonna be one word
responses.
kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there won't be much consistency across the board. I think the qualitative responses are important, but we also need like a lot of quantitative, where we down a little bit, like they can respond a little bit.
So did I just hear you right, that qualitative is better?
I think qualitative is better, but I wouldn't also want, like, from our end to having to go through this survey to have it be 30 questions all open and response, because then
Right.
from our end, we can't really like categorize that data at all. But I think, we definitely need the qualitative responses in there, because that's how we get like real ideas. But I think quantitative, like having an example of like a scale or like set ideas like ABCDE type choices of like what you think the outcome should be or the purpose should be, things like that.
And could you scroll up really quick?
And then, I mean, maybe at the end, we could say something like, if you have any additional comments or anything like that, feel free.
But I think like the ones that we were just on, where you had like the different words with each three
Right.
things underneath, those definitely should be open-ended, because I'm not familiar with Clark County, so I don't know what, potential speakers or what ideas people could have.
Right. And that, our ideas there were that we would either randomly send those out or pick an area that they would complete, which they might anyway. And we could say something like, if you have suggestions in these areas of how to improve the program, so you don't have to fill them all in. I don't know education potential speakers in Manchester, but I might know somebody at ED that would be really good. So, I mean, we can limit it so that they don't have to fill it all out. The challenges, I mean, one of the challenges is, again, just getting it back. So if it's online, it may be easier. We'll see also how she wants to, how she envisions it best being shared. And I think that's going to be somewhat dependent on the overall structure that we put to it. But I heard clearly you all said, this is too much, too many questions, too many open-ended. Did anybody look at these? These were posted on the calendar on Canvas. Did anybody have thoughts about those? Are they good questions, or do we not want them?
I really like the first one.
Okay.
I think it summed up our struggle that we were having at the top.
And I was gonna say, the one question where we have the list of like soft skills, hard skills, connections, we could use that as the answers for the ranking system, for the purpose maybe.
What the challenge with this one that I have is that I don't know if everybody said we want more leadership skills. I don't know what those are. What leadership skills are you talking about?
I think for those, they would have to like, we would have to put a sentence there, like identify which
Right.
section wants, like what leadership skills, what soft skills, what hard skills.
Yeah, and which is a soft skill, which is a hard skill.
I think we have to provide examples for that, because I think that's something that's not common knowledge.
I think so too. Yeah, I think they wouldn't really necessarily. So those are challenges. Okay. Dang it, guys, we're running out of time. So, what I wanted to do, let's see. Can you give me some written feedback? I mean, these are all on the Canvas calendar for last Tuesday. Now, we edited it a bit, and so I'll save the new one on today. What, unless, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know if this is something everyone has like either the account or technology for, but doing like a Google Doc and
A
having
Google
it where
Doc?
we can like add comments or.
It's a good
So
idea.
have it where maybe you're the only person that edits it, but we can go in and add comments and you can.
That's a
track
great
those
idea.
comments.
Yeah, because we've got a Google Doc on Canvas, so
Okay.
we can have a Google Doc on Canvas. So I saw it on there today. So that's a good suggestion.
Sorry.
What's that?
How do you work Google Doc?
Okay.
That might be a silly question, I don't know.
No,
You
it's
just click on it and.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't really know about it until this year, so depending on the settings, Dr. Paul makes it, you can either make it where we can just view it and not say anything, which wouldn't make sense.
No.
It's obviously asking for
Yeah,
our feedback.
right.
You can do it where we can only do comments, so at the top it'll say like add comment, and it'll show your name, and you'll be like, this question's okay, but I think we can improve it by da-da-da-da, and
Okay.
so it'll like pop
So
up.
it's pretty net.
Yeah.
So is it possible that you can give me feedback by next Tuesday? And I can let Winchester County know that we've got a draft that's being reviewed and we'd like to do it. We'll share it next week. Does that sound fair? Thank you for your work, guys. I hope this is so it's Thursdays. Okay. I hope this is helpful. I mean, it's a little tedious going through it in class, but man, talk about applied learning. This is what it's about, is trying to develop the right questions that are brief, concise, that are understandable, that will get the response from the people. So I hope this is a good experience for you. Tuesday, next week. Who presents? Do you know? You guys know who's up next?
Oh, we just had that out.
No one.
Nobody.
Nobody. Does anybody want to pick one up? Okay, that's fine. We'll finish this up.
I didn't
question?
see anybody scheduled for Tuesday.
There isn't, no,
Oh,
nobody
okay.
signed up. Right. No, nobody has signed up, so, that's what I said, if somebody wanted to pick it up, they could, but, we won't. Also next Tuesday, everybody said when we started, skill development was a key thing that they'd like out of this class. We've been going through, Samson's been going through some resource materials that are around facilitating groups, change, decision-making processes, consensus processes, brainstorming, idea generation. We'd like to bring those to class next Tuesday, let you pick one, and come back and then teach us how to do that. The snafu on the test meant that the total points available were 60 instead of 100. So we'll make the presentation worth 40 and recoup those points. So, does that sound good? Awesome. Thank you all. Well, have a great weekend, man, and we'll see you. And come ask questions if you